coming into Sydney Harbor. Good morning. Welcome to Sydney, Australia. Today's excursion, I'm going to the Blue Mountains. It's a UNESCO heritage site. 2-hour bus ride each way. We get to see all the mountains and everything when we do lunch and then come back. This one I'm looking forward to. Come along with me. In group 27 today we're meeting in the Onyx Lounge instead of the theater. Group 27 found on the move after 45 minutes, but at least we're moving.
A way of getting from point A to point B. So Scenic has 3 different rides. 2 are gondolas. One goes horizontally from one side of a gorge to another. The other goes not vertically, but on an incline down to the valley floor, and we do a beautiful walk in the rainforest there along a boardwalk. Nothing too challenging. And then the last ride is the world's steepest railway. It used to be used for carrying coal from the mine at the bottom of the valley to the top, and they converted it to be a thing for carrying people like you. After that, we're going to be going to Lura, which is a pretty little village in the Blue Mountains. You can have a wander around there and look at the little boutiques, and it's got a great feel to it. After which we'll have lunch. So lunch is not till 2 o'clock. So what we're looking at now in this area is known as the rocks. And it's called the rocks because of all the rocks that had to be excavated in order to create the buildings and the roads here. This is one of the new metro stations that's opened up, and you can see all the commuters arriving, heading to work. That's a driverless high-speed metro line. And this area used to be known as the Hungry Mile when the Olympics were on here. This is where all the venues were and are still being used today. There are no more fast food chains in the Blue Mountains after that McDonald's. We had a gold rush in the 1850s, like we did like the US did in California. A region known as the Blue Mountains with a heritage listing. So that's how it came to be World Heritage. See these 2 pines on the right hand side just now on either side of the drive. So those are the Wollemi pines. So they date back 20 million years, and they only had fossil records of it until they made that discovery. And this is one of them. So the seed pod will split, it'll open up, it'll crack, and there is a seed on a wing inside there which will distribute. But the other interesting thing is that the Aboriginal people, to make fire, could only rub 2 sticks together. It's very difficult to do and takes a lot of effort. But these seed pods, the small, round, hard, is hardwood. So they would burn it and it would form a coal, and they would carry that coal from one camp to another. Bottom of the valley, sometimes you can see some sandstone there. That dates back about 350 million years. And this whole valley system has taken about 50 million years to be created.
We've got Deb driving us down into the Jamison Valley. That's what that noise means. We are about to head off on our journey. We're going to be travelling about 480 metres along this cable, all the way down into the Jamison Valley. And the first thing we're going to experience is coming through the towers ahead. We do get to have a bit of a swing, so that's exciting. It is nice and gentle, but just preparing you in case you want to hold on to the handrails. Here we go, I'll count you down. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and now we've got our 3 sisters still in view over on the valley side of the cabin, everyone. They're those 3 sandstone pillars. They probably will disappear behind the cloud in just a moment, so catch a glimpse before they do. They're over 14 million years old. The tallest sister sits just below 1,000 metres above sea level, and they are very sacred to our custodians of this land, who are known as the Gundunga people. They play a big role in their dreaming stories, which I highly recommend looking into if you haven't already. It's a wonderful way to find out how those sisters came about in their eyes. Getting some glimpses still below us. That is a warm, temperate rainforest that we're taking you down into. Looking very green and fluffy, almost a bit like broccoli, our rainforest trees here. What that is the 5-leaf water vine. So it grows on top of all of the plants down here, creates a net over the top, and protects the valley floor as well as sends it moisture. So normally that 5-leaf water vine is found on the so it's usually on the floor, but when this area was culled in the time of the coal mining industry, the 5-leaf water vine lifted up with all of the plants, and now it is found on top. So a bit of a unique ecosystem down here. It is only a little pocket of joy, we call it. Majority of the Blue Mountains National Park is a dry sclerophyll forest. Very different appearance out there in the distance. So enjoy this little rainforest while you're down here. A few things to do, a couple of choices. First thing I'll let you know is there are going to be a few bumps. Just a few bumps as we come into station. So hold on to the handrails.
About the wind and the rain, it's more about great lumps of rock falling off these cliffs. So here you see an example, these giant boulders. There's another one over here. In fact, there was a landslide off these cliffs that took out the boardwalk. You can see the old remains of the boardwalk below us here. Because what happened was, as this sandstone was lifted up about 50 million years ago, it formed vertical cracks, and you can see that great chunks of rock will fall off and to below us here. So it's not like the earth has been removed to reveal the boulders. The boulders have fallen from the cliffs that we're looking at. The tree and then hangs and catches on the limbs. The reason it does this is because it wants to be burnt. So this tree deposits its bark at the base, at the foot of the tree, and along its limbs, because it actually wants to be burnt. So by depositing the fuel of the bark around the tree, at the base of the tree, it's more likely to be burnt. Because eucalyptus actually respond very well to being burnt. It's part of the ecology that we have bushfires, and it actually generates growth. So when a tree is burnt like this, it will actually stimulate growth. It prompts what's called epicormic growth, and the whole thing, once the fire has passed through, will suddenly bristle with all new growth, right up and down the trunk, right up and down the limbs. It's quite amazing. But there hasn't been a bushfire here for a very long time. see how extensive the network was. It was over 100 kilometres of underground mines. I mean, I can't imagine what that work must have been like. You couldn't stand up, you were just using these picks and shovels. You only had an oil lamp to light your area. Very hot, risk of rockfall, gas. So they actually put a prayer. Can you see up here in the wall there is a plaque, and on it is written a prayer to protect the miners from the work. And they didn't stop mining here because they ran out of coal. There's lots of coal. The problem was it wasn't economically viable anymore. Because they started open cut mining west of the mountains, it was much easier to do that and transport it to Sydney than to dig it out of here and get it to Sydney. And all the cockatoos flying around.
Here we go!
Everybody, we're moving. We will speed up, don't worry. My name's Andrew, I'm your driver. We got Greg here, just making sure I don't crash this thing. There's lots of traffic today. We are taking you across this gorgeous corner of the Jamison Valley on the Southern Hemisphere's highest swinging cable car. Now take a look down at the glass floor in the centre. It's not clear. You can see through it. Look at that. Looking down at some of our 100 plus species of gum that we have in the eucalypt that we have in the mountains. Out to the right, there's a little rock nearby, the Orphan Rock. It's a little bit famous. I'll save talking about that to the way back. I have to mix things up. If you look further out into the distance, though, 6 kilometres away, you've got that enormous sandstone plateau called Mount Solitary. Moonlight, meaning solitary giant. It's named given to it by the Ndunga people, the traditional custodians of this land. It marks the other side of the Jamison Valley. It's about 6 k's across as well. And it has twice the base circumference of Uluru, so take that, Northern Territory. Front right, they're a bit famous. Maybe you heard of them, maybe you've seen them. There they are, 3 sisters. They've been standing there like that for roughly 14 million years, and I reckon they're looking pretty good for their age. Take a look straight down through that floor or through the windows. We're at about our highest point right now. That means it's 270 meters down. So, if you drop your phone out of those windows while taking a picture, it'll take a little over 6 seconds to hit the floor. I'm not going to help you search for it, and Greg's fee is extortionate. And on the front left, Katunga Falls, my absolute favourite. It's a 2-tier waterfall, which means take a look down closer. It's probably more of it than you expect. It's one of the tallest in the Blue Mountains at around 180 meters tall. And in 30,000 years or more of oral and recorded history, it has never run dry, even during decade-long droughts, because it is fed by underground springs. And now, as we fly over these cliffs straight ahead of us, these are permeable sandstone cliffs with clay layers. They filter the water down into the valley, feeding it. Sometimes it comes out of those clay layers, and you get forests running halfway down the cliff, showing over 200 million years of history. And now here we are, arriving at East Station. Welcome to our national parks. It's a journey down the snaking Kadumba River to behind Mount Solitary, which is that large sandstone plateau on the left, into the Warwick River Dam, where it makes up some of Sydney's drinking water supply. So if you live in Sydney, consider that before reading our streams.
Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, if it has been helpful or informative in any way, please like and subscribe to help grow the channel. If you have questions or suggestions for improving future videos, please leave a comment. Until next time, hoping you have clear skies and calm seas.